Hi, I'm Rosemary LeBlanc,
And I'm Amanda Smith.
and together we are
Seamless Workroom. Rosemary and I met in 2009 at the Charlotte chapter meeting of the Window Coverings Association of America group. And we became quick friends. She actually lives in Weddington and I live in Cornelius. And although our homes are not, and our workspaces are not close to each other, we found that we were talking each day about sewing and our projects. And then after a couple of years or several years ago, Rosemary gave me some information on some things that how she figures traversing panels and measuring sheets, and we started talking about that. And then that's one thing led to another, and Seamless Workroom evolved. So Rosemary's going to tell you kind of how she started all of this, and then how she brought me on board.
Oh, this must be about, I'd say 8 or 9 years ago. I started drawing my own measuring diagrams because I love to draw and I needed measuring diagrams. And the first ones were very primitive. They were very basic pencil sketches, and I would print them out on different colored sheets of paper, and I used that for years. And you know, in our industry, there are so many details in a fabrication business. I call it, it's like herding cats through an airport, and we've got to keep all those details in check. So I started just making some basic spreadsheets and some basic worksheets about how to calculate yardages and cost and materials and all that kind of stuff, just to try to keep track of stuff from me. And then I remember Amanda and I were on the phone talking, and you know, she's sewing and I'm sewing. We're both just working away, and she was saying she had a whole bunch of quotes to do, and that, oh gee, she dreaded doing all those quotes, and it took so much time. And I said, okay, look here, I've got something that I've been working on for a long time now, and this is a drapery panels worksheet, and it's going to help you calculate your labor, your yardages, your lining, just everything. Of course, it was real primitive. It was just literally boxes on paper with little words in the boxes. So I had it on my computer, and I quickly emailed it over to her, and that was the drapery panel worksheet, and I think at that time I did have the Roman shade worksheet too. And I sent that over to her, and she looked at it and she said, oh, wait now, this looks like a pretty good idea, but we can improve on this. And that was, I would say, what, 3 years ago?
Probably 3 years.
Probably 3 years ago. We've been working on this for a while. So I sent it over to her, and she had the idea. She said, well, you know, this would be really good in Excel spreadsheet. And I said, you're right. And then we can put it on tablets and all kinds of stuff in computers. So from there, we just started to work, and it was just for us at that point. And of course, you know, I love spreadsheets. That's one of my big things. I'm not all fanatical about spreadsheets, but I do love a good spreadsheet because it helps me keep all my little ducks in a row and herding the cats through the airport. So I started doing, like, I have an expense tracker that I've been using for years to help me keep track of everything that I purchased for a particular job. So I started sharing that with her and just going back and forth like that, and then we decided to do some more measuring diagrams. And oh, you know, I love to draw.
And she would draw and send me the diagram, and I would take it and put it into a fillable sheet. It looks kind of like this. This is for a bolster pillow, actually. And so all of these, this one's printed out, but all of these can be filled in on a tablet and can be saved paperless. In fact, the last job I just did, I had a bed skirt, a duvet, 2 stationary panels, and pillows. And I didn't print anything out. I didn't have any paper with me. Everything was, all measurements were taken on my tablet. And then when I got back to the house, I can pull it up on the computer, and there it is. So she would do she's done all of the drawings for all of these worksheets and measuring sheets. And then I would take them and put them into a sheet where you could fill it in. And then we just went from there. So there are close to 50.
50, I think, fillables. I think there must be 30-something windows. Like here's a bay window. Can y'all see the bay window? Here's a bay window. And at some point, I mean, I just keep, every time I want to measure, I'd say, oh, this is a different window. I need to draw this window.
And she would call me and tell me I've got another diagram.
And at some point, Amanda said, please stop.
That's enough.
That's enough. But I did get to the end because I wanted to do the basic windows that we all encounter. And the good thing about this is that you can start your job from start to finish. You can use the whole Seamless system and organize all of your details, all of your data. If you fill in everything, you're not going to forget to put a price. You're not going to forget to order something because there's a blank space on that on your computer screen or on that piece of paper that you need to fill out. So it does herd those cats through the airport, so you can have a good landing and a good install. And at some point, Amanda, when did we decide that we had something that was valuable to the industry?
Well, I think whenever we got to the point that we're both on Facebook and we both participate and belong to a lot of the different groups on Facebook, the closed groups. And I think when we realized that we kept seeing, gosh, I need a measuring sheet for this, or does anybody have that? And in the back of our minds, we were thinking, well, we have that, and should we do something with it? And I'm fairly proficient with a computer, and so is Rosemary, but I did not know Excel well enough to develop this kind of a program or workbook. So Rosemary and I took all of this information that's on the traversing panels and the stationary panel workbooks, and we laid it out paper-wise first. And then my sister, who is an IT person for a company in Concord, helped us, and she would take all of our information, and I sat with her, and she put it into the format that is the workbook today. But I think when we heard everyone else saying, I need this, I need that, and it just kind of dawned on us that if we're using then other people would want to use it too.
And we've been using it for years, and it has definitely helped our productivity and our efficiency in the workroom. Like we have things like sewing order check sheet. We have a fabric check-in sheet. We have fabric tags, so when the bolts of fabric come into your workroom, you can check it in on the fabric check-in sheet, put a tag on it, and you won't say, oh, look, I don't know whose fabric this is. Right. So it helps you keep track of all your stuff. And we also, in the productivity bundle, we also have reference pages, some of the basic things that you need to know, but you don't want to remember it. You can't remember all of those details. So we have it's almost like a little mini encyclopedia in the productivity bundle. Yeah. So we've I think amassed a lot of knowledge, a lot of years of knowledge,
and a lot of information.
To make your fabrication life easier.
Yes. And we have had, like I said, we've used this, both of us use the program extensively every day in our workrooms. And we have had other people test it for us. So we know it works. And if you would like to see any of these, check out any of these bundles, they are for sale on our website, which is www.seamlessworkroom.com. You can also find us on Facebook at Seamless Workroom, and you can also find us on Instagram. And we have a gallery there where you can see some of these pictures, and there's even a free downloadable worksheet, measuring sheet, one free measuring sheet. So you can see what you're getting before you purchase. There's also a YouTube video, or two YouTube videos actually. We have a YouTube channel that is also linked to our website.
And the good thing about this system, I want to just reiterate, and that a lot of this part is Amanda, is that, like, say on the pillow worksheet, there's spaces down here at the bottom. Yeah, there you can. Down here at the bottom, and it says zipper charge, insert charge, trim charge. There's a lot of detail. So what it will do, like I said before, is that if you look at it and there's a blank space, it's going to remind you, oh, I didn't charge for zippers.
Yeah.
I need to charge for this. I need to charge for that. And then, let me see if I can get back to...
And then there's the last page on the traversing panels and the stationary panels workbooks. As fast as you can type in and fill in the blanks, it's already calculating your yardage, your labor, and everything else. And so Rosemary has pulled up the quote page here, and I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but you can certainly see it on the YouTube video. But it lists so many things that, you know, as we were going through this, and we would say, oh man, I forgot to charge that, you know, this is a 5-width panel, or did I charge, you know, an interlining, you know, fee, or did I charge a half, you know, when I charge a whole fee for a half width. I charge it as full width. And so if you forget those things, they're things like that are listed on the quote page for you.
There's like a delivery fee, pinning fee, pleat to pattern fee, all those. There's a long list of items that we just forget to charge for because it's not top of mind. And if you see, like I said before, if you see a blank space, that means, ooh, do I need to charge for that? So I like to use the phrase, don't leave money on the table, which is not very common, but that's why I picked it up somewhere. And down here at your quote, your total quote, see, everything's itemized, but your total quote will be your quote for the job.
For the whole job.
So therefore, you're going to have, and it's great because it extrapolates all the calculations down to this last quote page. So you don't have to get the calculator and a lot of sheets of paper and figure this and figure that. There's a hardware order form on here. There's lining, there's trim, and banding. So we've tried to include, and that's the great part about it, as we were working, Amanda in her workroom and I was in mine, and we found that our best ideas came when we were both sewing. We were both working. And
hands moving,
hands moving, yeah, mouth talking, you know, earbud in, so we could talk on the phone. And that's where our best ideas came. And one of us would say, oh, look, I'm working on this. We need to add this. We need to add this detail or this item. And so that's how it evolved. And, you know, I'm the impatient one, and she's the one with all the patience. And I wanted to get everything done and launch everything. And I'm so glad that we did take about 3 years to work on it, because I can't think of anything that we've left out of this part. Now, I'm not going to tell you what we're working on for the future, but we are working on other bundles for Seamless. So it's not
and other workbooks.
And other workbooks, and so it's not stagnant. It's evolving, and we're working on, I think, three new bundles.
Yes.
So I hope you'll pop out on seamlessworkroom.com and take a look at what we have, and download our free fireplace measuring sheet, which I think is the prettiest one. But
it's her favorite.
It's my favorite. And give us a look-see, because I know that it will improve your efficiency. It will save you time and save you money, and that's the whole goal of Seamless Workroom.
Thank you for taking your time to visit with us today. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact us through our website or through Facebook. We are both there, as well as Seamless Workroom. And thank you very much.
Bye.